Just figured I'd capture one of the last days of the office before we start transporting things up. It's all the stuff we got in here right now. You can see I reconfigured my desk again. So it's back to original. We got video cameras, other video cameras, lenses for the still cameras, and of course we've got our big dogs here. These guys are nice cameras. Those are Nikon D750s. Big beasties those are. D7100s, those are a nice camera. D90s, those are nice cameras as well. Actually, in all honesty, I would prefer the D90 over pretty much any of the other SLRs just for basic shooting, because that's a real good, it's like a tractor. You can do almost anything with the D90. The thing's an absolute beast. You know, speaker phones, Polycom units, a couple of NX5U cameras for long-term loan. There's a PWX70 collection. These are nice cameras, and also have the ECM VGA1s, those VG1s rather. Those are the mics, the shotgun mics that are meant to be used with those cameras. And we got a GoPro, which is in a huge box because it's easier to track something like that in a big box than a small one. Of course, then we've got the opposite. We've got these small boxes of the Seeks. The Seek cameras, they're thermal ones. These are really super cool, actually. I don't know if I can even get this out of the box with one hand. There we go. So this has got a new charge in it, which it may or may not. Find out in a second here. Yes, looks like it's going to. So I'm going to see if I can get something. What am I pointing at? Oh, these are the lights. So the ceiling lights, you can see the heat that's being thrown off of those. So I'm going to be pointing one of these things on the floor here. Alright, so you get that vent there. And it doesn't appear to show pretty much. Oh! Yeah, no, not much difference. They're about the same temperature as the floor. Should get above it so you can see it better. But anyways, these are really cool. Get this thing back in the box. Making sure to keep the cord stuffed in so that it doesn't get pinched. It's got a little quick start guide on the back of the thing. Although they're really not that difficult to use. Basic extension cords. Most of my extension cords are really pretty old, so the reason for that is the fact that I keep them wrapped. I'm pretty stringent on keeping cables wrapped. If you don't wrap cables properly, then what ends up happening is they get tied up in knots and stuff. And nobody wants that. These guys, these things are cool. I really like the removal. Bought one of these personally because the DJI had not come out yet, and these are like the best thing at the time since sliced bread. It's a bit bigger than the DJI, but it's really a cool little unit. Adapters, projectors, a lot of which are out right now. Apogee mics. The Apogee Plus, which I have down here, these I actually like better because they seem to work on both platforms equally well. The original Apogee had problems, so there were issues where I couldn't get them to work all the time on certain computers. Who knows why? And then these guys here, these guys are tanks. These Samsons work on anything. The only other complaints that I ever had on the Samsons were the fact that people had to really max out their volumes internally on the computer, because these tended to go real low. Some of these cables are 18 years old. If your mic cables are 18 years old and they don't look like this, you're doing it wrong. Web cameras, mixers, tripods, the Manfrottos. Those are great. They're expensive, but they're great. They come in a kit of the legs and heads. It's a basic fluid head. It's an absolute beast. I mean, I don't really usually have too many problems, other than, oh, I'll show you. I have a nut and a bolt assembly in this thing, because what is happening is people, for some reason, knock these little rubber pieces out. And I don't really know how they're doing that, because these rubber pieces don't want to come out. And they're not easy to take out. So I'm not sure how that happens. But it's happened a few times lately, as you can see. I've replaced a couple of them, blocked them off. So that seems to be taking care of that problem. But I'm probably going to have to do some more of those as time goes on. A little odd though. But yeah, and then this is my charging station. That's about it. The big PAs. And that PA over there is not mine. I'm just holding for a different event. And of course we got the display. So this is my side of the Disneyland wall. Let's take a trot out to the hallway, shall we? There we go. So that's my little information wall. And of course my sign that, well, everybody completely ignores that. I've actually had things left right here in the hallway underneath the sign. Yeah. So it's going to be kind of a bummer to say goodbye to all this stuff, but it is what it is.